Jealousy and insecurity is a good thing. You might be shocked when you hear me say that jealousy and insecurity is a good thing, but stick with me for just 10 minutes and you'll agree with me. Welcome to today's 10 at 10, 10 minutes at 10 in the morning. And this week, the theme is jealousy and insecurity, the green monster, jealousy. Because so many people deal with it, I decided to take an entire week and talk about relationships, not just 2 days on the weekend. Now, I read a quote by Sonia Parker that said, "You're jealous of their life because you're unhappy with your own. Make changes in your own life so you'll be happy with it." And when I read that quote, that's when I really knew I had been on the right track. See, for years now, when people have come to me for relationship help and communication help, they've said, "Carrie, I know you help people communicate better, and I know that you help people have better relationships. I need help because I'm so jealous, and I feel like my wife is going to leave me," or they've said, "My girlfriend is going to dump me." In fact, just yesterday, a friend of mine shared with me about dealing with jealousy and insecurity and asked for my help. And I know others are dealing with that, and I know how that can feel because I've been on both sides of those emotions. I've felt them. I've felt jealous, and I felt insecure, and I've had them directed toward me where other people were jealous of me because of my actions, and they were insecure because of my actions. Well, whether it was because of me or not, that's what we're going to dive into in this video. Now, I want to be clear about a few things. I'm distilling all this stuff down to 10 minutes for the key points, and maybe a few minutes more if I need to go deeper to address the topics. So there's a lot more to talk about in these areas. So please do me a favor, comment below, and do everybody else a favor, comment below so we can continue the discussion there. Let me know what you agree with and where you think I might be off base, and where this needs a deeper or a different point of view. Now, if you're finding this video helpful, please be sure to smash that subscribe button and click on that bell, and you'll know when a new video is available with more great stuff to help you. So, on to jealousy. Now, I'm going to use the example of a man being in a relationship with a woman and being jealous that she may be interested in another man. Now, we all know there's a lot of possible combinations here, and I'm using this one so I can use the same pronouns and the same genders and all that stuff. You can easily shift whatever you need to fit your situation. Does that make sense? If it doesn't, please comment below and I'll message you some more clarification on it. The overall points are this. 1, when you are jealous, you're thinking that the other guy is better than you are. Now, that comes from low self-esteem. And you might go, "Carrie, I have great self-esteem." In the moment, your self-esteem might be low. And it probably is low if you're having that thought. Now, I'm going to explain just briefly. Self-esteem ebbs and it flows. Sometimes it is really high. And in the same day, even in the same hour, it can shift. So please understand that it's coming from a self-esteem. And that's going to get you in trouble in a lot of ways. Tomorrow, on Tuesdays, 10 at 10, I'll be talking about insecurity, self-esteem, and ego. So make sure you tune in tomorrow for some more clarification on this part. Now, when you act on your jealous feelings, you create a huge amount of problems that will make the jealousy even worse. And it's a really vicious spiral, and a cycle and a spiral down. And it's okay to feel jealous. And it's also important to be careful about what you do with those feelings. It's normal to feel jealous. It's human nature. But what do you do with it? That's the big thing. And that's why I'm doing this video today. Number 4, you can use your jealousy as a tool for improving you and improving your entire relationship. So, what can you do about jealousy and insecurity? It's a simple 3-step process. Remember, everything that I teach at tomorrowspoliceofficer.com. Everything that I teach is easy to understand, easy to remember, and even easier to implement. So the first thing that you can do is this. One, change the way you think about what's going on that makes you jealous. You change the way you think about it by using it to realize where you need to change things, where you need to improve things. Remember, I said it's coming from a place of low self-esteem. To increase your self-esteem, you're going to need to change something. Something's bringing that self-esteem down. So we get to use jealousy to identify where you need to make changes. Number 2, take steps to enhance your relationship. Because being jealous means you're not secure in your relationship. So make it better. In Tomorrow's Police Officer, I have several ideas there for how to do things that will enhance your relationship. So make sure you go to tomorrowspoliceofficer.com and you'll be able to find on that website the relationship section. And I have tons of stuff on there and I'm putting more up literally every week, sometimes every day, more tools for you to be able to make your relationship better. Number 3, identify and take action on where you need to improve. Now, when I talk about where you need to improve, you might be feeling self-conscious or your self-esteem might be low because you're not taking care of your weight. Maybe you've through the years, it is normal for people to slow down. Your metabolism slows down, and you tend to gain weight as you age. It is a normal thing. Maybe you haven't done anything about that. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. Maybe it's gone up and down like a roller coaster. But this is now you're having these feelings, and maybe it's because you got a little bit of a belly, or maybe you got a lot of a belly, and you need to work on that. But here's the thing: you're being triggered, and if that's an area, now you can use it as a tool. Maybe it's your appearance. Maybe, especially during a year of shutdown for the pandemic or shamdemic, whatever you want to call it, during that time, a lot of people didn't focus on their appearance because they weren't leaving the house. They weren't out going into the office. They were working from home. They weren't appearing in person for trainings. And maybe your appearance isn't what it needs to be. Maybe you need to focus on that. Maybe you've got some relationship rubs going on. What I call relationship rubs. If you've been at home with people that you're not normally at home with, you're spending more time together, that can do one of 3 things. It can either enhance the relationship, could leave it neutral, it's probably not going to, and it can make the relationship worse because you're starting to have rubs, it feels like too much time together, which there's not, but you're getting those rubs, you're getting friction. It's higher friction than before because you're spending more time together. Maybe you're working too much. Even if we're remote working, even if we're working from home, that can actually feel like you're working too much because your significant other, your spouse, they see you working all the time. Well, you were doing that, but it was at the office before, and they're not used to seeing you working at home. And some people work more because there's less boundaries at home. Now, a few years back, I began to say, I'm grateful for my struggles. When I would focus on one struggle, I would say, I'm grateful for my struggle, singular, because without it, I wouldn't have developed my new strength. I'm grateful for my struggle because without it, I wouldn't have developed my new strength. And if jealousy and insecurity are cropping up for you, you have an opportunity to develop at least one new strength and probably several. Now, remember when you heard me say that jealousy and insecurity is a good thing? Well, jealousy and insecurity is a good thing because it helps you identify what you need to change. And it gives you a place to start to find new strengths. You probably don't want to feel jealous and insecure, right? They're not good feelings. Jealousy and insecurity gives you motivation to change as well as the focus on what you need to change. So do something about it. Make a plan of action and get going. Live your life by design and not by default. So for more about this and the tools to help you enhance your relationship, enhance your life, and enhance your communication skills, go to tomorrowspoliceofficer.com. Now, tomorrow, on Tuesday, join me here for 10 at 10, and I'm going to be talking about insecurity, self-esteem, and ego. In the meantime, please comment below. Have you had these feelings of jealousy and insecurity? What worked for you? And shoot, even put in your lessons learned. That'd be super helpful. In the meantime, share this with your friends. And again, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. Until tomorrow at 10 o'clock, please stay safe. Thanks for joining me